911. Do you need police, fire, or EMS?
If you call 911, you may be put on hold.
And that's not sitting well with emergency officials. This week, Austin police launched an in-depth review of the city's 911 call center. They want to find out if they need to hire more dispatchers. The manager of the call center says there's no question and wants to add 40 new positions. In fact, the call center hasn't added any new dispatchers for more than a decade. And that's caused 9,000 calls to be put on hold this year alone.
A local paramedic has been busy trying to cut down on the same callers, flooding those phone lines and needing rides to the hospital.
They're costing taxpayers more than $3.5 million. All new at 6 tonight, KXAN's Erin Cargile joins us live with an in-depth look at how well it's working.
Yeah, get this. Over the course of a year, between April of last year and March of this year, Austin Travis County EMS drove the same 10 people to the hospital 831 times. Now those repeat 911 callers are getting one-on-one attention to keep them out of an ambulance.
Austin 911.
You're listening
There's a child in a car
to real 911 calls
in a parking lot.
made last week
Somebody has pushed my friend off his bike and stole it.
from real people
She was driving around yelling out the window, screaming.
across Austin.
She threatened to commit suicide.
What you may not realize, people are keeping track of those who dial 911 over
911,
and over
911,
and over
911.
again.
For instance, we had one female patient in the community that had called us 22 times in a very short period of time, over 5 to 6 weeks.
Privacy concerns prevented us from meeting the 21-year-old and other frequent callers.
It's still in its beginning phases.
But Andy Hoffmeister says what he's doing is working.
We saw a dramatic drop in her numbers, in her request for 911 service.
Since December of 2009, the Austin Travis County EMS paramedic has been driving to patients' homes a few days after they've racked up a few ambulance rides.
I've made contact with about 120 patients.
His goal, to get to the root of the problem and connect them with experts who can help them maintain good health and stop relying on 911 on a regular basis. The top reasons why repeat callers need rides: high blood pressure, heart failure, asthma, emphysema, and mental health issues. And not only are these patients tying up ambulances, but local ERs are getting to know these folks on a first-name basis.
I had a patient who I found out was driving past the Salt Lick every time she came into the hospital, and I told her she wasn't allowed to show up without barbecue anymore, and so she would actually bring us dinner about 3 times a week.
Seton hospitals also flag regulars, and Andy works with them to plan out his visits. For psychiatric patients alone, the programs have helped cut trips to the ER by up to 80%.
The beauty of the program, though, isn't that we got them out of the emergency room. The beauty is that there was an almost one-for-one match, that for every one time less that they came to the emergency department, they were going to their counselor or their therapist one time more.
And right now, Andy with EMS is the only paramedic visiting with regular ambulance riders on a regular basis. That could change if the Austin City Council puts extra money in the budget to add 2 to 3 more paramedics to his team. We'll let you know what happens. Reporting live, Erin Cargile, KXAN News.